7 haircuts that instantly make women over 60 look younger and elegant. Sounds almost too good to be true, right? Some people might roll their eyes and say, at our age, a haircut won't change much. But the truth is, the right cut can completely transform the way you look and feel. It can soften lines, brighten your eyes, and take years off without a single injection or expensive treatment. I've seen it happen time and time again. A woman who's been wearing the same style for decades finally decides to try something new. Maybe it's a layered bob that adds volume to fine, thinning hair. Maybe it's a chic pixie that shows off her cheekbones. Or maybe it's just side-swept bangs that gently cover a high forehead. Suddenly, her friends can't stop asking if she lost weight, if she got new makeup, or if she's just come back from vacation. No, it's simply the power of a haircut that actually works for her. The best part? These cuts aren't complicated, and they don't demand hours in front of the mirror. They're practical, elegant, and designed to bring out the natural beauty you already have. At 60, 70, or beyond, your hair shouldn't weigh you down, it should lift you up and let your confidence shine. Before we dive into each style, let me pause for just a moment. If you find this topic helpful, don't forget to hit like, share this video with a friend, and subscribe to Healthwise for seniors. Your support is the biggest motivation for us to keep bringing you content that helps you look and feel your best every single day. Now, let's get started. Our very first haircut is soft, timeless, and surprisingly powerful, one that can make your whole face light up the second you try it. 1. The soft layered bob. The soft layered bob is more than just a haircut. For a woman in her 60s, it's a quiet statement of who she has become, confident, refined, and unafraid to show her true beauty. At this stage of life, hair isn't about chasing trends, it's about finding a style that reflects both your elegance and your spirit. What makes the layered bob so special is the way it frames the story already written on your face. Those light layers don't just add volume to fine or silver hair, they soften the jawline, brighten the eyes, and create movement that says, I'm vibrant, I'm here, and I still have places to go. Take Judith, 67. From Boston. She spent years with shoulder-length hair pulled back in clips because it was easy. But easy wasn't doing her any favors, it dragged her features down and made her look tired. When she finally cut her hair into a soft bob that brushed her chin, her whole presence changed. Suddenly, people didn't comment on her hair, they commented on her energy. She said, for the first time in years, I look in the mirror and I see me again, someone light, open, and ready to laugh. That's the magic of this cut. It doesn't try too hard. Yet it whispers sophistication. It works with the natural texture of mature hair instead of fighting against it. The subtle layering adds body where it's needed most, especially for thinning hair, while allowing silver strands to shimmer like silk. And here's the deeper beauty. At 60, you don't need your hair to prove anything, you need it to harmonize with the woman you've become. The soft layered bob does exactly that. It's polished but approachable, timeless yet modern. Whether you're meeting friends for brunch, traveling across the country, or attending your granddaughter's graduation, this cut adapts. It says, I'm seasoned, I'm graceful, and I'm still turning heads, just in my own way. Styling can be effortless. A round brush and 5 minutes give you a lift at the crown. And that little boost of volume feels like a boost of confidence too. A dab of mousse or a spritz of texturizing spray, and suddenly your hair isn't just styled, it's alive. The layered bob is proof that beauty doesn't fade after 60. It transforms, it deepens, it shines differently, and this haircut allows that light to come through. 2. The pixie with volume. The pixie with volume isn't just a haircut, it's a declaration of confidence. When a woman in her 60s chooses to go short, especially with textured volume at the crown, she's telling the world, I'm bold, I'm free, and I've earned the right to do things my way. This style is modern, sharp, and incredibly easy to maintain, which is why so many women fall in love with it. But more than the convenience, it's the energy it gives. Those soft, textured layers at the top create lift and movement, making the face appear more open and radiant. No heavy strands pulling you down. No fussing with rollers or endless styling, just a clean, fresh look that radiates vitality. Think of Diane from Austin, 62 years old. She spent decades with shoulder-length hair because she believed long hair was the only way to look feminine. But it weighed her down. And every morning was a battle with frizz. One day, she finally said, "Enough." Her stylist gave her a pixie cut with extra volume through the crown. And the transformation was instant. Suddenly, her cheekbones looked sharper, her eyes brighter, and her whole presence lighter. Now, people don't compliment her haircut, they compliment her spirit. She laughs. "It's like I got my spunk back." That's what the pixie does. It highlights your best features, cheekbones, eyes, jawline, by clearing away distraction. And with volume at the top. It avoids the flat, severe look some short cuts can have. Instead, it feels playful and youthful, without trying too hard. For women with busy lives, traveling, volunteering, spending time with grandkids, this style is a lifesaver. A dab of styling cream, a quick tousle with your fingers, and you're ready to step out the door. And the beauty of silver hair with a pixie? It absolutely glows. The short layers reflect light from every angle, turning grays into shimmering highlights. More than anything, the pixie with volume speaks to freedom. Freedom from the pressure to hide behind hair. Freedom from complicated routines. And freedom to let your confidence shine. At 60 and beyond, it's less about fitting in and more about standing tall. And this haircut does exactly that. It lets the world see you, strong, radiant, and unapologetically yourself. 3. The shoulder-length lob. The shoulder-length lob is the perfect middle ground, a style that feels youthful without pretending to be young. Polished without feeling stiff. At its heart, this cut gives you the best of both worlds. It's long enough to style in dozens of ways, but short enough to keep lightness and movement. For women in their 60s, the lob is a kind of reset button. It lifts the weight of long, heavy hair that can drag the face down. Yet it avoids the severity of a cut that's too short, sitting right at the shoulders. Whether straight or with soft layers, the lob frames the face in a way that flatters every shape. Round faces look slimmer, square faces feel softer, and longer faces appear more balanced. Take Marcia, 65. From Denver. She always thought short hair was her only option after 60. But she missed the feeling of having some length. When her stylist suggested a shoulder-length lob with subtle layering, it was like she got her identity back. She can curl it into soft waves for dinner parties, tie it into a low ponytail for gardening, or wear it sleek for church on Sundays. She says, "It makes me feel elegant and versatile, like I can step into any room and fit right in." That's the power of the lob. It adapts to your life instead of forcing you into one look. A straight, blunt lob with no layers gives sharp, modern sophistication. Add a few light layers, and it instantly softens, creating a graceful frame around the face. For women with silver or salt and pepper hair, this cut is especially stunning. Those shoulder-length strands catch the light, shimmering like ribbons when styled with a little wave. The lob also plays beautifully with accessories. A pair of statement earrings peeks out perfectly beneath it, while scarves or necklaces never get lost in too much length. And let's be honest, being able to sweep your hair back into a small ponytail on busy days is a lifesaver. Styling doesn't have to be complicated. A round brush blow dry for volume, or a few passes with a curling iron for soft bends, and you're done. Even air dried with a bit of mousse. The lob has that effortless, "I woke up elegant" feel. The deeper truth? At 60 and beyond, the lob isn't about holding on to youth, it's about embracing maturity with grace. It says, "I'm still versatile. I'm still vibrant. And I know exactly who I am." 4. The side-swept bangs. Side-swept bangs aren't really a haircut on their own, they're a secret weapon. Just a soft angle of hair across the forehead can completely change how your face is read. Especially in your 60s. Instead of drawing attention to fine lines or a higher hairline, they guide the eye diagonally, creating movement, softness, and a sense of youthfulness that never feels forced. For many women, the word bangs brings back memories of blunt cuts in high school, heavy, flat, and sometimes a little too cute. But side-swept bangs are different. They're longer, lighter, and more sophisticated. They graze the brows or cheekbones, falling at an angle that feels chic rather than childish. Take Ellen, 61. From Seattle. She always thought bangs would make her look like she was trying too hard. But when her stylist suggested sweeping a few wisps of fringe across her forehead, the effect was immediate. The lines around her eyes softened. Her forehead looked balanced. And suddenly her whole expression lit up. Now she says, "It doesn't look like I'm hiding behind hair, it looks like my face finally has harmony again." The beauty of side-swept bangs is how forgiving they are. They work with almost any haircut, a bob, a lob, even a pixie. And because they're longer and angled, you can tuck them behind your ear when you want a clean look or let them fall loose for a softer, more romantic feel. For women with silver or white hair, side-swept bangs add texture and depth right where it's most flattering. They break up large areas of forehead, reflect light toward the eyes, and make your expression look more open and approachable. It's a small detail that has a surprisingly big impact. Styling is effortless. A quick blow dry with a round brush or even just letting them air dry with a little smoothing cream is enough. And because they grow out gracefully, you don't feel locked into a high-maintenance routine. More than anything, side-swept bangs are about balance. They say, "Yes, I've earned these laugh lines and wisdom lines, but I also know how to frame them in the most flattering light." They're proof that elegance isn't about erasing age, it's about styling it with intention. 5. The elegant shag. The elegant shag is like a breath of fresh air. It's playful, youthful, and full of energy, without ever tipping into trying too hard. What makes this cut special is the way it uses layers upon layers, feathered and textured, to create movement. Every time you turn your head, the hair seems to dance. For women in their 60s, that movement translates into vibrancy, a visual reminder that life is still in motion. Unlike the heavy shag cuts of the 1970s, today's version is softer, more refined. Think light layers that frame the face, add texture around the crown, and taper gently at the ends. It's a style that's both carefree and polished, a rare balance that makes it perfect for this stage of life. Take Sandra, 66. From California. Her hair has always been thick and a little wavy, which often left her feeling overwhelmed by bulk. Straight styles fell flat, while curls felt too formal. When she tried an elegant shag with layered texture, everything clicked. The weight was gone. Her waves looked intentional, and she finally felt like her hair matched her personality, spirited, approachable, and easygoing. She told me, "It's like my haircut finally caught up with my soul." The shag is also wonderfully forgiving. Those layers can disguise thinning spots at the crown while adding volume where you need it. If your hair is naturally wavy or slightly curly, the style works with the texture instead of fighting against it. And if your hair is thick, the layering removes bulk, making it easier to manage day to day. Styling can be as simple or as playful as you want. Air dry with a bit of texturizing spray for that effortless, tousled look, or blow dry with a round brush for something more polished. Either way, it never looks stiff or overdone. And when paired with silver streaks or highlights, the feathered layers shimmer beautifully in the light, giving dimension and depth. But here's the deeper beauty of the elegant shag. It sends a message. It says, "I'm not settling down into invisibility. I'm stepping forward with energy and grace." It's not about hiding age, it's about celebrating movement, personality, and the freedom to be yourself. 6. The classic chin-length bob with highlights. The chin-length bob is one of those rare styles that never goes out of fashion, and when paired with subtle highlights, it becomes a true showstopper for women in their 60s. Cut to sit right at the jawline. This bob frames the face in a clean, sculpted way. It's short enough to feel fresh and modern, but not so short that it feels severe. What makes this version special is the way highlights are woven in. For women embracing their natural silver or salt and pepper hair, a few lighter streaks add depth and dimension. Instead of hair looking flat or one-toned, the color catches the light, almost like silk threads shimmering with every movement. It softens the skin, brightens the eyes, and instantly lifts the whole expression. Take Deborah, 68. From North Carolina. She had been letting her hair go fully gray but felt it made her look washed out. Her stylist suggested a chin-length bob with icy highlights blended into her natural silver. The result? Her hair suddenly looked multi-dimensional and radiant. and people kept asking if she'd had some kind of glow treatment. She laughed, saying, "No, it's just the right haircut. This bob works beautifully on women who want simplicity with impact." The chin grazing length draws attention to the cheekbones and jawline, creating definition in a subtle, elegant way. It has structure, but also softness, especially when paired with gentle layers at the ends or slightly angled edges. Styling is effortless. A quick blow dry with a round brush gives smooth polish, while a light curl under the ends adds a touch of playfulness. With highlights in place, you don't need heavy styling products, the cut and color do most of the work. And here's the deeper truth, at this stage of life, the chin-length bob with highlights isn't about hiding gray, it's about making it shine. It says, "I'm proud of where I am, and I can make it look beautiful." It's refined, timeless, and versatile. Whether you're headed to a family gathering, a night at the theater, or just your favorite cafe on a Saturday morning. 7. The wavy mid-length cut. The wavy mid-length cut is pure romance, falling just to the shoulders or grazing the chest. It carries that effortless softness that instantly takes years off while adding elegance. For women in their 60s, it's the style that says, "I'm comfortable in my skin, but I still love a little drama when I walk into a room." What makes this cut shine is the wave. Not tight curls, not pinned straight, but those loose, flowing bends that look like they belong on a breezy evening in Napa or at a family wedding. The gentle movement creates softness around the face, diffusing fine lines and bringing warmth to the skin. It frames the features the way candlelight flatters a room, romantic, forgiving, and beautiful. Consider Patricia, 70, from New York. She'd always worn her hair in a simple bob, neat and polished, but for her granddaughter's graduation, her stylist gave her a mid-length cut with soft waves. The compliments didn't stop all night. People told her she looked radiant, glowing, even younger but elegant. She admitted, "It's the first time in years I've felt glamorous without feeling like I was trying to look 30 again." That's the gift of this style. It gives length without heaviness, movement without chaos. With just a curling wand or even overnight braids, you can create waves that last for days. Add a little shine serum, and suddenly your hair looks as though it's been kissed by light. This cut is especially striking for evening events, dinners, concerts, weddings, where the waves catch the light and bounce with every step. But it also adapts beautifully to daytime. Looser waves with a side part can feel relaxed yet intentional, perfect for lunch with friends or a casual date night. For women with silver or salt and pepper hair, the wavy mid-length cut is magic. Those gentle bends break up the uniformity of gray, adding depth and dimension. Instead of flat color, you get ribbons of light and shadow flowing through every strand. And here's the deeper truth. The wavy mid-length cut isn't just about looking pretty, it's about embracing softness at a time in life when the world expects you to grow sharper. It's about choosing romance, elegance, and movement. It whispers, "I still glow, I still turn heads, and I still love celebrating who I am." You see, turning 60 isn't the end of style, it's the perfect opportunity to reinvent it. With the right haircut, you don't just look different, you feel different. One good cut can take 10 years off your face. But more importantly, it can give you back that spark of confidence every woman deserves. If this video inspired you, don't forget to hit like. Share it with your girlfriends who might be looking for a little style refresh. And subscribe to Healthwise for seniors. Your support means the world to us. And it's what keeps us creating videos that help you look beautiful and feel empowered at every age. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Out of these 7 haircuts, which one feels most like you? Or maybe you're already rocking a style that makes you feel radiant and confident. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I can't wait to see your stories and your favorite looks. Because at the end of the day, beauty isn't about age, it's about attitude. And when we share our journeys, we inspire each other to shine even brighter.